Hi, it's me, Carrie. I haven't done a video in quite some time now, but I feel it's important to do another one again since I haven't done one in quite some time. Um, anyways, it's pretty much after Christmas, or we got a few couple days before the New Year rolls in, and I was thinking about something, just about my life in general, and sometimes how I always think about, and I think we do this in general, about things that we don't have compared to things that we do have. In our world, that's dominated by materialism. Um, we're always focused on what we don't have, and we compare that to other people. So maybe we don't have, you know, as nice of a house or as nice of a car, or maybe as nice of a girlfriend or boyfriend, or we don't have as nice of clothes, or maybe we're too overweight and somebody else has a better physique than we do, or somebody has maybe a more formal education than we do. So I have a bachelor's degree, somebody else could have a master's degree or a PhD or a law degree, and maybe someone like me could be jealous of someone else because I only have an undergraduate degree where they have a master's or a postgraduate, a graduate or postgraduate degree. Or somebody else could be jealous of someone like me because maybe they only have high school, or maybe they didn't finish school, or maybe I could be jealous of somebody because I only speak English and they speak more than one language. you know so our society, we're always kind of taught or made to feel kind of by society how we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to always want something more. And certainly the capitalist world is built on that. It's built on greed. It's built on wanting to always have more and more and more and more and more, and not being content with how our life is. So, I'm guilty of this, and so I just kind of want to reflect that. you know I'm guilty of this. I do it lots of times. Sometimes I'll think about wanting to have more money because I love to travel and I like history and politics and stuff like that, and I really want to go visit other countries around the world, in Europe and Asia and so on. So to see historical buildings or historical places where world leaders met, to discuss the ending of wars or major achievements of treaties or things that have been signed throughout history. And I don't like the fact, that all this stuff costs money, and not having a lot of money. Hold on a second. Excuse me. And not having a lot of money to be able to do these things, are not can be hard. So I am obsessive about wanting to have lots and lots of money and make lots of money so I can go and do these travel things, right? To travel around the world and see all the things I want to see. So we do that, and I'll admit I have a friend. I've had maybe a friend or two who I was jealous of because maybe I felt that they had something that I wanted, and that they had or they didn't have, and we do this all the time. And truth be told, it isn't good that we do this because it's not healthy that we do this. It makes us more depressed. It makes us more worried, and we really need to stop doing this all the time. We need to look at the positive things that we have done in our world, in our environment. So for me, there are many positive things that I've done throughout my time. There was a time I never thought that I would get a driver's license. Something that many people with Asperger's don't do, is many of them don't drive. I do. And there was a time that I didn't think I would drive, and there was a time that many other people didn't think I would drive. But for me, it's a huge accomplishment to be able to drive, to go from one place to the other, and to be able to be independent, and go somewhere to pick up groceries, or go somewhere just to have my own time, or to go somewhere maybe to work or anything like that, meet up with somebody, it's a huge source of independence because I don't have to depend on other people to get me there. You know, even though you don't necessarily have to drive, it's not something that everybody has to do. It certainly helps. The same thing is pretty much, you know, when it comes to you know, like I finished high school, which I never thought I would do at one time. Many people probably didn't think so. I was able to go to college and university. I was able to graduate from college and university, which I myself and other people didn't think I'd be able to do. And to me, that's a huge accomplishment. I've traveled places by myself. You know, when I was 11, I was on an airplane by myself. I've gone places with a friend to other countries, 2 people with Asperger's at one point. I've had a couple of relationships, you know, 1 or 2, you know, a few in the past, and didn't think I would, you know. I've you know, I've driven to different places, maybe an hour away or something, even though when I was scared to. You know, I have a fear of fire, so I mean, I don't like being around fire. You know, anything to do with lighters and stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't want to put wood in the fire because where I live, you know, we have to do that. And I fought with my mother over it, you know, but I have gloves in order to put over my hands so that I can do that. So now I do that, and it's no problem. It's a fear that I've been able to overcome. You know, there's other kinds of fears, I mean, that I've been able to overcome, and so yeah, there are a lot of things in this world that I've been successful at, and you know, I think like all of us, we seem to forget the success that we have. And we probably should stop doing this because we do have success. We just think sometimes we don't. And you know, sometimes I think we have unrealistic goals about what we want to do. So I'd like to go into politics someday. And I think, you know, there can be realistic goals and unrealistic goals about that. A realistic goal would be maybe I could be in an elected position or something to serve a constituency, you know, as a possibility. An unrealistic goal would be to say I have to do that, or if I don't do that, my life is going to be over. Or an unrealistic goal would be to only aim for high positions, such as Prime Minister of Canada or Premier or a cabinet post, you know, and to think that the only way you can live your life is to aim for everything high. And if you can't have that stuff in life, then there's no point in living, you know. So we all need to do that, including myself. And you know, maybe that's a good New Year's resolution for myself. Maybe is to try to focus less on what I don't have and focus more on what I do have. You know, because I think if we all did that, probably including myself, all of us, we probably would be better off. And you know, if society doesn't like the fact that we think that way, then so be it, you know. Because I can tell you there are things in this world I don't want to have. I don't care about having. One of them is I don't care to have a house. I think they're a waste of money. I think they're a bad investment. They're high maintenance, and there's no guarantee you're going to make good money off of it. You have to put a lot of money and effort into it in order to have anything back. I think, you know, having a lot of expensive possessions is kind of a waste. You know, I don't have any interest in having any animals because to me they're a huge responsibility, and I don't care really about them. So you know, it's like everything else. I think sometimes we have to focus more on what we can do and rather than less that we can't do. So I hope that's advice to people out there. You know, it's trying to focus on the things we can do and can't do. Anyways, I'm gonna stop now because I'm rambling on a bit too much, and this is probably the longest video I've done. So I hope I've given some advice for some people. And as an Asperger's person, I feel that I do this, and maybe other people do this because many of us are insecure, and many of us want to be always want to be something better than we're not, maybe because we don't feel accepted in the world or whatever. So I just hope that maybe that's good advice, is to convince us that maybe we need to focus more on the positives with our situation and just in general, rather than the negatives. Okay, well, I'm going to go now, so until I see you again, bye for now.